Hey guys, and welcome back to Mary J's Naturals. So today I wanted to give you a rundown on how my hives are doing. I recently just got back from about a 14-day vacation, which was an international trip, and I would like to let you guys know how my hives are doing, what I'm taking, what is currently my next treatment process that I'm planning, because I'm constantly doing treatment programs to figure out what is causing our hives and if they're having any effect on me. So guys, prior to my trip, I did a parasite cleanse. Now, the parasite cleanse was kind of fueled because my hives were getting worse all of a sudden. I do not know if this was due to something viral, fungal, bacterial. It could have been any one of those. But I did notice that my hives were getting progressively worse. I tried the mast cell deactivators, and that didn't really work for me this time. So prior to my trip, I also did a parasite cleanse. Now, the parasite cleanse did make my hives a little bit worse, and that was to be expected for the most part. I mean, I was hoping that they would be eradicated, but that was not the case. So when you open up things like biofilms and stuff in your body, you're going to have to experience some autoimmune reactivity to it due to the fact that you're putting all of these and opening up all these toxins in the body. So your immune system is going to react, and when our immune system reacts, those with chronic hives know that it reacts with histamine for some reason. So with my hives getting increasingly worse and about to go on this 14-day trip where I was living on a sailboat for the most part, sailing around the British Virgin Islands in the heat, in the sun, in the water, I was like, no way, I will be so miserable. So I had my doctors prescribe me a pack of prednisone, which I hate so much. It tastes like poison. It's so bad for us. It shuts down our immune system, but I do have to say it was a complete saver during this trip because otherwise I would have been completely miserable in the heat and the sun for 14 days without anything to help my hives. So I basically got a double vacation. I got my vacation, but I got a vacation from my hives, which was really great for a little while. But now I'm dealing with the consequences of being off the prednisone, such as fatigue and some other things, a little bit of moon face going on here. But I've been experiencing some weird things since I've stopped and since I've got back. Now, I got back 2 days ago, and that is when I stopped the prednisone. So naturally, when you stop the prednisone and you haven't cured your hives are going to come back, which mine did. But I started doing the H. pylori eradication treatment again, which consists of mastic gum, oregano oil, and bismuth, which is just Pepto-Bismol tablets. And in addition to that, as you guys have seen throughout some of my other videos, if you watch my videos, and if not, you should at least subscribe because I'm trying to help people like you and me. And I took the hydrochloric acid again. And I've talked to you guys about the importance of the H. pylori eradication prior to boosting up your stomach acid, as well as the fact that the current medications you're on for your hives are actually hurting this system, both the H. pylori and the low stomach acid or stomach acid. So with that, this morning I woke up and I was like, oh, I don't have any hives today. And maybe it's because I took 10 or 15 hydrochloric acids last night before eating dinner, as well as my H. pylori eradication treatment. And when I woke up, I was like, oh, I don't have any hives. That's crazy. I went, and after I worked out, I sat down on a toilet, and then I pulled down my pants, and I realized I had hives all over my legs. And I'm not talking small hives, I'm talking big hives. And I was like, what? I was really, really confused. But I went and I scratched them, and usually when I scratch them, it feels delightful. It feels more than delightful. It actually sometimes feels like you're taking heroin if you're scratching your hives. Like, hives need to be scratched. And when I went to scratch them, it didn't itch, but it kind of stung. So this puts me back on this train of thought, as well as the fact that, again, I've read more peer-reviewed studies and more clinical trials of the use and the therapeutic effects of hydrochloric acid on hives. And the reason for this, guys, is going to be that if you have fungal, viral, bacterial infections in the body, you need hydrochloric acid or stomach acid in order to fight off those pathogens. If you do not have enough stomach acid, those pathogens are not only going to live, but they're going to thrive. So you really want to make sure that you are boosting yourself with hydrochloric acid. There's really no side effects. You do not need to follow the label on the bottle. I take about 10 of them per sitting, and that's usually because I don't eat very much for breakfast and or lunch. Lately I've been, I don't know, increasingly hungry. But with the use of that, it will help to break down your food. So you're not only breaking down your food, but you're getting the nutrients out of your food. If you do not have stomach acid, this is another thing you're missing, which could be related to my hair loss. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I am back on that train of the H. pylori and the hydrochloric acid, and my hives have been getting much better. And in doing this, guys, you are going to want to stop any antacids you are taking. This is hurting you more than it is helping you. It is helping you for the time being, but it is not helping you in the long run. So for those of you who want to go out and try it, it is 100% completely natural. I would encourage you guys to do the hydrochloric acid protocol with the H. pylori treatment program. Now, the H. pylori treatment program is 3 natural things. You will be able to buy them over the counter, and you do it for about 14 days, and then it's done. But after that, you're going to continue with the hydrochloric acid and continue with it just about every meal. About 10 minutes before, you're going to want to take a bunch of them until you start to feel your stomach burn, because this is the hydrochloric acid coming in. I will let you guys know in a couple of days if I'm still seeing more improvements on my uptick in hives through the hydrochloric acid basically dumping in my body, because I am like chugging bottles of hydrochloric acid, and that made it sound like a drink. It's not. I'm like chugging bottles of pills. So guys, that is my update for you guys. Make sure to click the like, click the subscribe, comment below. It would be greatly appreciated to have your support. So thank you so much, and have a wonderful rest of your day.